were some of the kind of main themes and takeaways, I guess, that stood out to you from hearing from our three speakers so far?
Look, from Charlotte, it was this reasonable foreseeability intersection with force majeure. And so this idea that there's a collective understanding of what we can reasonably anticipate in terms of climate impacts. And that's going to, there's more and more events will fall down on that side of the, this is what I got from your conversation, there's more and more events that will fall down on that side of the argument than on the, you know, it's God's will type thing. And that this then does potentially put the decision making in the spotlight. So that's what I, one of the key points that I got from you. And it was, I mean, this is what CASB does, and so it shouldn't be a surprise, but just hearing it said, council's key lever to shape outcomes on private land is planning. And that's both a, it's, you know, it's a confirmation. It's also a little bit hard when you've had such an extreme year of reform where some of those controls have been removed. However, as you said, Jane, there's new purposes in the scheme that speak to explicit requirements on climate change, so there's potential for further work on this area. We do need to change the narrative on planning and resilient design being a barrier. And from you, Narelle, what I got was that this is a real reality check that this is actually happening, and that local government have a, not only do we have obligations, ethical, moral, or whatever you might call them, but we also are the intersection with community. And because this is happening and our community is the solution, it really needs to be a collaborative response. And I did actually, one of the things that really stuck with me was this idea that at the very least, and I don't know, I don't work at a council, so I don't know if council's doing this, but at the very least, councils could be identifying land for relocation, you know, either proactively or as a first step in responding to an event. That's what struck me, Sally, in all of that.